Time now for Insight, a historic journey around the world. You're looking at the live stream of the pilot in mid-flight. This, of course, the experimental plane known as Solar Impulse 2. It's circling the globe using only the power of the sun. It has now crossed from Asia to North America without one drop. That's one drop of fuel. It's now headed to Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's scheduled to land there in less than 3 hours from right now. And CCTV got rare access on one of the plane's latest routes. Jessica Stone caught up with its pilot to find out how this invention is changing the conversation about what solar is able to power.
With a wingspan as big as a jumbo jet, but the weight of a sport utility vehicle, Solar Impulse 2 is an aircraft like no other.
So Solar Impulse has no fuel. It flies only with the sun. But it's the beginning of something. You know, it's really experimental. It's a door slightly open to the future, pushing the technologies to the extreme ultimate applications.
CCTV News got a private tour.
Yes, this is Solar Impulse. It's the first plane flying around the world just on solar energy. These are the wings. They're as big as a Boeing 747. So it's all the way down on the fuselage. Every space who is facing the sun is with solar cells.
So even the tail,
yes,
even the fuselage?
Over 17,000 cells.
Wow.
Yes. We don't mind clouds. It just needs to be that the clouds are not too thick that we can't go through them to get higher. So the plane goes every day on the height to Mount Everest.
Really?
So
that sounds
he needs,
pretty high.
Yes, so he needs oxygen.
Yeah, okay.
And then in the night he goes down underneath the clouds to use the batteries he has charged during the day.
Where on the plane do you store all the energy that keeps you going?
So you see here the propellers. We can just go there. These are the engines and the batteries in there. And these are 4 batteries.
And we were looking forward to come back with a second prototype.
It took 14 years for Bertrand Piccard, a Swiss medical doctor and explorer, to help design this plane and now pilot it. A journey that began in Abu Dhabi in March 2015 has taken him and his co-pilot, Andre Borschberg, from the Arabian Peninsula through Myanmar to China, where it remained for 2 months.
The Chinese are very interested by new clean technologies. They know it's the future. And China is moving very fast in the direction of clean technologies in order to have cleaner air. And they have really a smart way to move ahead, investing a lot in solar, in wind.
After an emergency stop in Japan and a winter layover in Hawaii to replace the batteries, Piccard spent 3 straight days and nights in this cockpit to cross the Pacific Ocean from Hawaii to California, arriving in late April.
Now there is a toilet under the seat. You remove the cushion and you can use the toilet. You have the food, you cook, warm meals, brush your teeth, you can sleep. You can do everything in that plane. It's a little flat, high altitude flat.
Piccard flies with a doll of Captain Jean-Luc Picard from the popular TV series Star Trek Next Generation. The TV character was named for a relative, the brother of Bertrand's grandfather, Jean-Félix, who designed the first high-altitude balloon. Bertrand Piccard says heights don't scare him, but something else does.
What really frightens me is not to fly in a solar airplane. What really frightens me is to live in a world that burns 1 million tons of oil every hour without even counting gas and coal, changing climate, destroying the environment, depleting natural resources and polluting the air. That makes me really afraid.
Hello, Captain Picard. Where are you now flying?
During his journey, he addressed the United Nations, where leaders from more than 175 countries signed the 2015 Paris Climate Accord. The plane is now on the 11th stage of its voyage, heading east across the United States to New York before crossing the Atlantic Ocean. It'll be more than a year before Solar Impulse 2 completes its journey. Battery problems and bad weather have caused delays, and the plane flies at less than 90 kilometers per hour.
It's not about speed, it's really about slow but steady. This is what we say. So it's really, it will arrive when it arrives.
And it's a team effort, with 60 people on the ground and another 70 in mission control located in Monaco. They help the pilot navigate this lightweight aircraft around wind and heavy rain.
We would like that people say, hey, what they can do in the sky, we can do on the ground. If they can fly with solar energy and clean technologies, how about we get creative on the ground?
To show that with clean technologies, you can achieve things that people consider to be impossible, like flying day and night without fuel. This is the value of clean technologies, and what I want to push is really the implementation of these energy efficient saving technologies in everyday life.
By now, it's a message that has nearly circled the globe. Solar Impulse 2 is due to arrive back in Abu Dhabi this July. Jessica Stone, CCTV, Scottsdale, Arizona.
Pretty remarkable. Let's take a look back on where the Solar Impulse has gone. It started its journey from Abu Dhabi and traveled to Muscat, Oman on its first leg. It then made its way to India, Ahmedabad, and then Varanasi. And from there, it flew on to Eastern Asia, to Mandalay, then Chongqing in Nanjing in China, and then Nagoya in Japan. Now, the Solar Impulse then flew across the Pacific. It hit Hawaii, San Francisco, then Phoenix, and soon to Tulsa. Its last stop in the U.S. will be New York City before the plane makes a few more stops en route back to Abu Dhabi.
If you like what you just saw, follow us on social media and visit our website, cctv-america.com.